upon you. Not because you are bad, because the level that you have reached, they themselves, they know that they can never attain to that level. Because this is Isaac. He is just a man. And he's waxing great. And he went forward and grew until he became what? Very great. And the implication of his greatness is the fact that even Abimelech the king began to envy him and became afraid. That the way this man has grown, if this man launch a war against me, I am finished. And what happened? They said, please leave us. Can we go to the next verse? For he had possession of flocks, possession of herds, and great store of servants. He had a great store. Listen, a man cannot have servants until he has finances to feed them. If he had a great store of servants, it's because of the possession he had. So he began employing men. That's why you must understand that one of the signs that you are great is how your life can influence men. How your life can benefit men. Are you getting what I'm saying? So he had stores of servants. And the Philistines, they envied him. They envied the next verse. For all the wells which his father's servant had digged in the days of Abraham, his father, the Philistines had stopped them and filled them with earth. So they saw how Isaac was growing. And the guys, they came and they were trying to stop him from growing. Do you know that when you are trying to grow, there are people that are trying to make sure that you don't grow? No, this guy is growing. They are trying to do everything. They shoot you with stones. They shoot you with insult. They shoot you with discouragement to make sure that you don't grow. So all the wells that were dug by Abraham's servant, they came and they covered the wells so that Isaac should not grow. They believe that if they limit this man's resources, you understand, they'll stop the man. That's why, listen, I used to say that as long as you can take everything from me and you don't take my mouth from talking, you can't stop my mouth from talking. Listen, I will get to where I want to get to. Because, listen, there's one thing about, that's why I say greatness is not in too much speech, but in the right speech. Listen, your mouth is like a compass. Your mouth can shape your life. Your mouth can give direction to your life. So at times when people are throwing weights on you to reduce your life, to stop you from advancing, use your mouth. Do you know that at times when you confess some things about yourself, you are forced to work towards what you confess? When you confess certain things, at times you are forced to align yourself to what you confess. You know, for David to stand and say that to Goliath in front of everybody, he said, I will give your head, I'll give your body to the carcass and your carcass to the bird of the air. For him to say that, everybody heard him. At that level, he could not back up. He could not back out. So, it was not on phone like you were saying. He said it, everybody saw him. So, he had no choice than to dare to confront Goliath. That's why at times it's dangerous to say something publicly. Because when you say it, you are bound to defend it. You understand? And at times it's good. Because when you say it, you have no choice than to defend what you have spoken. So you see, your mouth can conduct your life. The things you begin to say can determine how your life goes. Are you getting? So it became so great unto the Philistines and they did everything to stop him, to press him down. But the man was growing. Continue reading. Next verse. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, go from us. He said, go. For thou art much mightier than we. How come that one man becomes mightier than a nation? One man. He becomes mightier than a nation. Because that is the Philistines. The king of the Philistines, Isaac was no king. Isaac was just a man. You understand? A civilian. But the king went to him and said, please, leave our country. Because you have become mightier than us. You alone, you are more than all of us. But the question is, what brought Isaac to that level? What brought Isaac? You know, there are some things I've questioned in the Bible, or before you hear me talking like this, there are some things I have questioned in the Bible. I believe the Bible with all my heart. But when you hear some testimonies in the Bible, it makes you to go and sit back and think. You understand? Some people, they have 2 million in their account, they feel that they have arrived. Oh, they go off light. With 2 million in your account. I used to think that there was a time in my life that I used to think that if I have 1 million, God, if I have 1 million, 1 million. Like some of you maybe say, if I have 1 million, just 1 million. Just like if I have just 1 million, I'm okay. Oh. I have come to realize that if you think that 1 million is will just solve you will just be fine with 1 million, and then it tells you how small either you are or how small your mind is. I used to think like that some years ago. I felt like if I have 1 million, if I can have 1 million, if I can have 2 million. But I got to realize that I don't know what I can tell you now. But the truth is I got to realize that even 1 billion now can't solve my problem. I'm telling you honestly. I wrote a project. Zilan laughed because Zilan knows the project. He edited the budgeting of that project. When the guy saw the project, I don't know how his heart was inside. And when I was writing the project, some of my colleagues, they saw the project and said, wow. You know that wow, that kind of wow? That this guy is dreaming. This guy is dreaming. He's just dreaming like Joseph the dreamer. But honestly, that's what I want. I don't care whether it's bigger than my size. I don't care whether it looks, first of all, it's not impossible. One thing I know is that if you believe something with all your heart, it can manifest. If it doesn't manifest, it means you do not believe that thing. If it doesn't manifest, know that you did not believe it with all your heart. Listen, whatever thing that you can't really die for, it means you don't believe in that thing. When a man believes in his destiny, he can die for that destiny he believes. You know why some people are afraid to pay price? Because they don't even believe in what they want to pay the price for. Say, what if I do it and it doesn't work? What if I invest my money, it doesn't work? That's why you cannot. Like many of you sitting here, if I ask you to go and borrow 10 million, give your house as a collateral, go and borrow 10 million and do business, you say you will not do it. Why? Because you are not sure that the business will succeed. But if you know that if you take the 10 million today, you put in a business, by 6 months, you have 50 million. I'm telling you. You will go there. When we are testing enterprises, those who say that they want to do business, we said, are you sure if you have a loan, will you take it? Someone say, no, I don't want me a loan. You know, those ones say, I don't want loan there. If you dash them money, they will eat it. Yes, they will eat it. But the one that they say, loan, I say, if you have your house, can you give your house as a collateral? They say, yes. That kind of people, give them the money. Give them. I'm telling you. Because they know the value of their land. They know the value of the house. So if they are ready to sacrifice their house, it means that they have seen something better. But those ones, I know I don't want me loan. I don't want me loan. If it's a free money, yes, I'll take it. Those ones, if you give them, they will eat it. A man who is sure of a business he wants to do, he's not afraid of loans. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you should go about borrowing money. You get it? Count the cost first. Jesus said when you want to do it, count the cost. Because you can lose your house. People have lost their houses because of loans. You understand? Don't just be excited about it. But listen, if you have really known that you are sure that this thing can work, you can give your life for that thing. Are you getting what I'm saying? So Isaac became so great that even the Philistine, the king, envied him. I know a man called Obed. He became so rich that David, the king, became afraid and said, if I don't collect the ark from the house of Obed, this man will become so great that even me as the king will be threatened. There are men that threaten the position of kings. You get what I'm saying? That's why even a man like Bishop David Oyedepo, there are streets in Lagos that he himself has started it. Do you think that the president of Nigeria can compare budget with him? No one day. But he's just a man. He's just a civilian. You understand? He's just a civilian. What about Dangote? Can the president of Nigeria be talking about comparing money with Dangote? But he's a civilian. He's a civilian. Isaac also was a civilian. But he became so great that even the king became afraid of him. Are you understanding? Until the king, when he even left there, Abimelech was not in peace. He said, this man, though he has gone, but this man can launch an attack against me. And he said, we must come to an agreement. Abimelech left his house, went down to meet Isaac, a civilian. A king went down to meet a civilian to do what? To sign an agreement. That please don't attack us and will not attack you. Why? Greatness. Greatness. There are some things that you will never struggle to have when you become great. There are some problems that are automatically solved when you become great. Automatically solved when you become great. But as long as you remain small, it's a problem. You know, when we're small, I like to eat nice things. So, like our children, they should thank the kind of fathers that we are to them now. Like I want to eat ice cream, you buy ice cream. Like I want to eat yogurt, you buy yogurt. I want to eat chocolate, you buy. They just I want all the things to say I want to eat. And it comes forth. In our own days, we even ask, we dream. At times, we only eat in our dreams. You get it? You only dream that you are eating, you are sucking on bonbon in your dream. Because even bonbon, they will not buy. They will not buy. And then we'll sit and imagine. One day, my father took a whole chicken, killed it and ate it alone, him alone. A very fat one. And I told myself that when I become a man, when I will grow up someday, I will also buy chicken for myself and eat it. You know, at that level, I wanted to eat the chicken, but I could not eat the chicken because I was small. I couldn't work money to buy chicken. That's when you are small. There are some things that you only earn by desiring them, and desire will burn you, but yet you will never have them. And listen, that's small only in age. When you are small in life, you will desire, oh, I love to drive this car. I like this car. I like this. You see a story, I like this house. You only live in that house in your dream. You understand? I got up in the morning. I dreamed that I saw myself. I was living in a nice house. You know, you just enjoy the dream you had. But if you are not great, that house, you only live in that house in your dream. So when you become great, automatically some problems are solved. Why? Because things that you think that you wish for, you begin to make them happen. You no longer wish for them. You actually begin to make them to manifest. That's why you can't afford to be small in life. Now let me give you some principles for greatness. Hallelujah. Before we get there, I want you to know that greatness is not measured by wealth accumulation but on how your life affects those around you. For you to be great, not because you have kept a lot for yourself, but how is your life affecting others? Another thing I want you to understand is that, like I said, social media influence is not social influence. Social media influence is not social influence. And I said also that greatness can be achieved by doing a lot of small things. Take note of this principle. That greatness can be achieved by doing what? A lot of what? Small things. Small things. If Jesus said, if you are not good in little matters, you shall not be given bigger ones to handle. If you are not good in small things. In the morning, I was talking about seizing your moment, right? Taking advantage of opportunities that fall before you. Some of those opportunities may look very small. Very small. I was sharing my testimony. How before I had to get to where I am, there's somewhere I'm going to still. But at least how I got to where I am. When we finished our work, everybody abandoned. They said they were punishing me with a report. I would say it was a punishment. Not like it was a punishment, but everybody abandoned because they know that I'm somebody who likes work. So let them give it to the workaholic. I sweated on that thing. 2 weeks to prepare that report. As I finished that report, I sent that report. You know, I was doing that report. I didn't know where that report would go and arrive at. That is the honest truth. I didn't know where that report would go and end. I was only doing that. Let me give my best in this thing because this is what we have already worked. Let's give the report of our work. I put in my best, you understand, in that report. Did I ever know that report would go and reach at the Prime Minister's office? I did not know. I did not know. Only that they had to call. Say, who did this report? They had to call. And I made 3 recommendations there that they should do it. And you know what? The Prime Minister's office said because of that report, they are going to take charge of the 3 things that I recommended. The question is, when I was doing it, did I even know that I was going there? No. Small things that you have the opportunity to do, don't joke with them. The other day, I just surprised Madame Isabella. You know, and if what she did not look like, at least to our taste, we will not take it. You understand it? And I was not even going to buy from her. I was going to check something. And then I went and discovered she sold this togo. I thought that she does only this danchiki and maybe gown for ladies. You understand? The problem is that at times you have something small you are doing, you are clowning with it. Because you think nobody is seeing me, nobody is controlling me. I can do it anyhow. This spirit of I can do it anyhow. That's why people are small. Greatness becomes by doing small things very well. You know, my chief was saying something concerning Larry today. I didn't know that he had taken notice of Larry. He said, I like that your boy. I like the way he drives. That the guy, he respects traffic very well. That he drives with a lot of care. He said, let me do my own for you. He go fire my tire. He was talking and then comparing. And then the only thing is that his own driver was not, he did not choose it. The driver was imposed on him. You understand? But me, I choose my own. I just said, my heart, don't make like this and steal my own. He's unstealable. Because the way the way he spoke about him. But you see, he's doing a small thing. I didn't even know that they have been watching him. But you see, somebody will take it like you drive the car like it's a horse. Every pothole you jump, you enter. You break the car and then you think that will employ you. So the little thing that you are doing, do it very well. Greatness starts by doing small things very well. Take note of this statement. Things very well, people will be identifying you. And when they say they want someone who can do this thing very well, it's your name that they will mention. Your name that they will mention. Take note of this other point that I'm giving you. Greatness is not something we lost after, but greatness is a burden we carry. You don't become great because I like to be great. I want to be great. I want to be great. You can burn with desires. You can become. There's a difference between you being great and you being famous. You can lust after fame, and you do things to become what famous, but yet you are not great. Because greatness is not popularity. Greatness is measured by strength, how powerful you are as compared to others. It could be a mental strength. It could be a social strength. It could be a financial strength. You understand? It could be a spiritual strength. That's why there are men of God that are very great, whether we accept it or not. And we cannot match with their level. Some of us cannot match with their level because of how great they have become. You understand it? They command a degree of power that they can influence men. Influence men. What I would like to know is someone like Pastor Chris or Yakinome enter this town now, there must be a commotion in the town. Like I was saying yesterday, they no longer do crusades again because there is no venue that can hold their crusade. So they just only end with a crusade online. Then tell me how you can stand and begin to say, measuring yourself, me measuring myself with him. You get what I'm saying? So, there's a difference between you being famous and you being great. And you don't become great because I want to be great, I like to be great. No. You have a burden. And that burden is a burden for people. Once you have a burden for something that is right, a burden for people, automatically as you are trying to uplift yourself or free yourself from that burden, you are affecting the lives of men. Are you understand what I'm saying? Because if you like the position without understanding the price, you are just simply trying to be famous. But once you understand the price, and you have seen the price that you have to pay, but yet there is a push, there's a motivation to pay that price, not because you want to be famous, but because you want things to change in a way that will give you joy. That's how greatness comes. Are you understanding? And that's why somebody who is great, his greatest joy does not come because he is popular, people respect him. No, his joy comes because of the impact that he has created. Are you understanding? His joy comes from where? The impact that he has created. So you don't lust after greatness. You understand? But have a burden to be great. All right? So you don't desire to be great, but we are called to be what? To be great. All right? You don't just desire to be great, but we are being called. Know that if we are talking about greatness, not because we want to be great, I desire to be great. No, it's because we are being called. Say called. Say called. Say I have been called to be great. So greatness is not the same as being famous. Like I said, you can be famous, but yet you are not great. And the last thing I want us to focus on, principles of attaining what greatness. I want to give you 7 principles. The 7 principles I will be giving you on how to become great is not the only principles in life. But I'll tell you that these are principles that I myself, I have tested, it has proven to be true. And these are principles that even other fathers in the Lord have used them and they have spoke about them. The first thing I will tell you is that believe in yourself. The first principle of becoming great is believing in yourself. I was saying yesterday that, or is this morning, I said, people may see me, I talk with confidence, I talk with boldness. You may feel like that's how I was born. I was never born like this. As a matter of fact, I suffer from inferiority complex. Do you know what is complex? That you don't believe in yourself. You don't feel like you're important. I suffered it for years. I grew with it. You understand? In the family, they gave me a name that was never nice. In school, I had a name that I never liked it. I don't want to call the name. It's a terrible name. At times, I'll go to the football field in school. I was playing good football. When I would play, as I was called a goal, instead of people calling me a nice name, they're calling me that name. That name. And because others don't got to know me by that name, so they thought that the name is my name. And like Rato, until now, like Rato likes the name. But, you know, the name was not like, did you give yourself that name Rato? They called it because of his hair. And he still has a Rato hair. You understand? So it was something like that. They were calling me and it was making me to be shy. Making me not to be confident. So at times, even in class, I will know the right answer. I cannot put my hand up. I cannot put it up. Because if I stand up and give the answer, they'll call me by that name that he has given the answer. So at times, I'll prefer to tell another person the answer, and the person will say it and then end the point. And became the star. I completed secondary school, high school, with inferiority complex. That's the truth. Do you know how I came out of it? When I would hear Pastor Chris say, I know who I am. He said that thing, I began imitating it. And at times I wear that my coat. You know that our coat we had in those days. I wear the coat, I look myself and I say, I know who I am. Somebody saw a picture of that coat. He said, is this you are saying it was me? The person laughed. That, Kai, listen, we are coming from a place. Don't see us today and say that, glory, I see glory. We are coming from somewhere. But I will wear that coat. I will feel like I am Pastor Chris. I say, I know who I am. Come and see me how I'm teaching. I'm strolling like him. I will show you some of the videos. I felt like I was in that atmosphere. I was not there. But somehow it took me out of the complex. It took me out of it. Imagine how long I lived like that. And I realized that as long as I continue with that complex in me, things that I could do, I will not do them. My confidence was paralyzed. Opportunity will come before me, but I'll push it to others. Why? Because I was not confident enough. I was not confident enough. But you know what? God, by His grace, helped me. That's why I'm telling you, believe in yourself. Your family may not believe in you. You understand? When Jacob told his dream, Joseph, when he said his dream, the father said, so you want to tell us, you want to tell me that me and your mother and your brothers will bow before you? Have you ever shared your dream and they tell you that you are mad? You know, if you have complex, if they tell you that you are mad, that is the end of that dream. But once you know who you are, even when they say you are mad, you say, yes, I am mad for Jesus. I am mad because of my vision. I am mad with desire. I am mad with a burden to be great. I am mad with a burden to succeed in life. So there's a kind of madness in me. And I am consumed with the madness to be successful, to be great. But you know, if you allow it, the fact that you are useless, you are not capable, it begins to drown you. Even what you can do, you will not do it. That's why the first principle to be great is that believe in yourself. The very first time that they told some people that I'm preaching, in this quarter. So I was going to preach in a prayer cell. And when the crowd came, not because they want to hear the word of God, the crowd came to hear whether I can talk. Whether I can talk. Because they knew me that I cannot talk. You understand? Don't mind you see me, I talk now. I only talk because of the microphone. So I saw people came. As I was talking, everybody was quiet and looking at me, not because they were enjoying the gospel. They say, hey, he can talk. He can talk. He can talk. He can talk. I remember one of my colleagues left, my colleague in Bambili, ENS, teacher. When he heard that I'm a pastor, she left and came to visit. When she came, he said, Azibo, I used to be a pastor. I said, yes. She laughed. She laughed literally in front of me. She laughed. He said, bring one of my messages, no. I thought that she wanted to be blessed by my messages. Thank God, I brought one with all excitement. I played it. When she saw it, she shouted. She laughed. So, Azibo, you can talk. So you can talk. You can talk like this. She took her phone and recorded parts. I'll go and show it to all our classmates that this guy can talk. Because in school, I was never talking. As a matter of fact, I was called Stone. Do you know why it's Stone? Stone does not talk. That's why they were calling me. So for them to hear that I am a pastor, it was like, this cannot be possible now. It cannot be possible. This one, what can he say? What can he say? Can he even talk? Because in those days, even in Bambili, when they will be doing expose, I will do the expose very well. Then I push others to go and say it. And then I stay me behind. And then when the guys go and read my expose, they will read what I've done, the research I've done. Then they will be clapping for them. And me that did it, I'm behind. You get it? Complex. It was complex. Some of you have sold your glory to others. Why? Because of complex. The thing that was meant for you, you push it to another person because you were shy to stand and talk. You need to come out of that thing. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. When I began believing in myself, I was still battling with the complex. But God helped me. Every time I hear Pastor Chris say, I know where I am. I know where I am. You know, he would talk. I begin to see somebody who is blessed. I began fitting myself in his shoes. So at times I'll wear my Chinese shoe. Wear my coat. Not suit, but coat. I will be preaching like, I'm like him. I remember when somewhere I preach. That's how power manifested. And then they say, one person said, that man of God, he preached well, but now let's say his shoe, like Chinese shoe. I heard it. I parked Chris there. And you can know those who said it. You know those who go say that kind of comment. Say, that pastor preached very well, and I say shoe, not Chinese shoe. That's when I knew that they can dictate Chinese shoe from a distance. I knew it that day, so they can see Chinese shoe from distance. I had to pray. I said, God, give me. I bought one shoe. I took time to save to buy one shoe like Pastor Donald did. Pastor Donald had one shoe in those days. One. MTN. everywhere you go. But you know what? I realized that the shoe was, I bought several Chinese shoes. They come and expire. That one was there. I know there's a difference between Chinese shoe and Italian shoe. I gathered myself and bought one. And that day I repented. I said, I'm not wearing Italian shoe or Spanish shoe. I wear Cameroonian shoe. Not this one is not Chinese. It looks like it, but it's not it. I'm talking about you. I look at my shoe. I look at the shoe shine. Not Chinese shoe. Even in China, is that China of first grade? First grade. Because I know when I talk like this about you, after that you go and take my shoe and begin to look. But what am I saying? Believe in yourself. Say, I believe in myself. Say, I believe in myself. Number 2, the principle of dreaming big and having big visions. You must learn to dream big and have big visions. Some of us, we are not going where we'll get to, not because we were born to be there. Because our dreams carried us there. Our visions carried us there. I remember my boss told me one day that, Dr. Lemuel, you see this place, like this position that you are going to make money, you're going to have money. I said, Chief, I didn't come here to make money. I said, I came here so that the youth should be helped. The man looked at me, didn't believe. I said, it was all about making me money, me making money. I can sit in my house. I will not lack what to eat. But I said, the reason why I'm here is because I want our young people to be helped. I told him like that. Because he was telling me that your position when you go, when people will not do that, when you go to control, they will be bribing you. I said, you know me, I will not take any bribe from anybody. I will not. I was there. I said, Kai. You know why? Because people come with a mentality to steal. When you are self-centered, you think only about yourself. You get it? That's what happens. They are saying this is what happened on ground, but what I saw on the news. I said, if you don't fear, you see this color green, red, yellow. These are the colors of pepper. There's a difference between Cameroon pepper and cayenne pepper. You get what I'm saying? You know, cayenne pepper, you eat it, it helps in the mouth, but it does not pain in the stomach, it does not pain in the anus. But you see the other Cameroon pepper, it pains in the mouth, pains in the stomach, and pains in the anus. 3 dimensions. You get what I'm saying? But you must dream big. So what is pushing me is my dream, nothing. Vision I have. Do you know when you have a vision, you are consumed by your vision, nothing stops you. If your vision is to build a 1-room house, I'm telling you, in 2 weeks you can achieve that vision. You get it? But if you want to build story building skyscrapers, you know that you need to budget, you need to prepare well. So at times you are working, you are not eating, not because you are not working, but because you have a vision that you are consumed by. When Pastor said yesterday that people like me can buy iPhone, is it iPhone Pro Max or is Max Pro, whatever. But I know that they say Pro and now there is a Max somewhere. Yes, he said. I said not now, and then he was like, I said me, I cannot buy it now. Not that I don't have the money, I cannot buy it now. Even if you dash me the money, that you go and buy it, I'll take the money here. Yeah, we are planting the suit somewhere, and we are planting the phone somewhere. We are planting the shoes somewhere. After some time, we'll be having the factories of shoes. You understand? We'll just wait them 3 times and sell them back. You get what I'm saying? You just buy a car and drive it for 1 month and then you sell the car and buy a different one. The time will come. But if you take your seed and you are eating your seed, we are waiting for the days of harvest. You get what I'm saying? So there are some times that you are making sacrifices because of what? Your tomorrow. Dream big and be consumed by your dreams. Have a big vision and be consumed by what? Your visions. The question is, what vision do you have? What vision do you have? What dream are you dreaming? I And then my mother looked at me and said, one day I said, foolish thing. My mother called me foolish. Oh. My beloved mother. You know, I love her. She called me foolish thing. He said, look at you. You are there helping all your friends to become rich. And then look at you. You're there. You have nothing. It's a foolish thing. You know, that insult, she had been insulting me, but that one there, that day touched me in my heart. I look at her. I said, Mama, you see me like this. That time I was still wearing Chinese shoes in those days. I said, you see me like this. The money that I will have, you'll be afraid. I said, you'll be afraid. Not because I want to challenge her, because I had a dream. And I still have a dream. Don't think that I've gotten there. The dream is still there in my heart. You understand? I want to just be talking. I mean, just be living, just be dealing like, yes, like how Oyedepo is. Oyedepo has money, but you can't see him bragging now, having money, but he has the money. But his money is to impact the lives of people with it. So it's not to say that I have money, I'm on my account, I have this money. To keep the money for what? To do what with the money? Is to impact the lives of people. Like I always say it, my children, when they are growing up, I thank God they are sitting here and they're hearing me now. At the age of 24, they leave my house and go to their own houses. And they should not be looking at my properties. You get you get what I'm saying? Because they must have a mind to dream also. Because where I am coming from, you get what I'm saying? If it was my background, I will not be where I'm going to. So if you go there and then you make your children to feel like, you know, everything is just milk and honey, let me tell you, that's when you'll be grooming armed robbers. And they'll start by attacking you first. So dream and have what? Big vision. Number three. Let me go fast. Principle of dependence on God. Depend on God. Lot did not depend on God, but Isaac depended on God. When Isaac wanted to go down to Egypt, God said, do not go down. Stay. I will bless you in this land. But when God told Lot, go up the mountain, Lot said, I will not go. I'll go down to the village of Zoar. Listen, if you want to be great in life, you must learn to depend on God. I'm telling you, depend on God. Wherever I am today, wherever God I'm going to tomorrow, I know it is the grace of God. There are times that you may want to do something and you hear God tell you that, don't do this one, leave it. You understand? And at times God will tell you, do this thing, and do it. You get what I'm saying? Learn to do what? Depend on God. When you depend on God, God starts by giving you directions in life. You can't be great without having direction. Number 4, the principle of what? Sowing. Listen, greatness comes with what? With a price. You must pay price. You must learn to invest towards your future. You must learn to save for the future. You must learn to invest. And listen, one of the highest ways to invest, one of the best investment you can do is to invest in the lives of people. Great men are men who invest in the lives of people, not men who invest in their stomach. Not men who invest in their stomach. And investing in people doesn't mean that you must be spending your money on them. At times you spend your time, your energy. You get what I'm saying? You spend your time and your energy blessing men. At times when we come for a meeting like this, it's not because we have the luxury of time. But I know the importance of standing here and talking. At the end of the day, all of you may not take what I've said, but some few people will take what I have said. Greatness comes with what? A price. And if you're not ready to pay the price, you are not ready to pay the price, you will never be great. You will never be great. At times the price will be financial price. At times the price will be, your energy. You understand? Your energy. At times the price will be your time. At times the price will be your resources, your material wealth. You will sacrifice it. I have sold my things, properties, you understand, because of the vision I have. I've sold them. And when selling them, you may feel like I'm foolish. No, why is he selling? No, I'm selling the thing because at that time, the vision that I have needs that particular thing. You sacrifice it. Never you think that you can become great without sacrifices. You must sacrifice things in this life. You will sacrifice even persons. There are people that you will sacrifice out of your life. You will cut them off because of who you want to become. And let me tell you, amputation is a very painful thing. If you see somebody that have cut their leg or cut their hand, ask the person how he feels. You understand? But do you know what? When God at times wants to shoot you up, it begins by amputating you, cutting you off from some people. You understand? And that process of cutting it is painful. It's painful. You understand? I have lost men in life. I've lost people. You understand? But that was the part of the process to go to where I want to go. I remember in the vision the Lord spoke to me. He showed me clearly that if you don't cut off some people, you will never go to this place that you are seeing. I saw it. I saw how people were running and going there. Came and passed me. I was struggling. And an angel appeared and stood by me and told me that you can't get to that place. He called it with that load you are carrying. At times people are loads in our life. I'm not saying that everybody is a bad person, but some people can become load in your life that you cannot advance, you cannot run with speed. Why? Because of the burden you are carrying. Have you ever been in a place where maybe your brother died and allow his children all for you to take care of them, and you are struggling? The money that you have saved to be your house, to come out of range, you are not paying their school fee. You understand? Now you only enter your house at old age, very old age, because you were carrying a load that was not yours. I'm not saying that you should not help. You understand? But in this life, there are people that God will cut you off from. God will literally cut you off from, because He cherishes your destination. He cherishes your life. But listen, it's not perpetual. It's not a permanent cutting off. It's just a temporary one, because when you become great, you understand, then you get to a level where you can help them. One day I was doing a training and I was telling those businessmen, I said, there are times that you become stingy in life to help the people that you become stingy with them. I said, there are times that you become selfish. You will take money like this. People say that you should share the money. You will not share it. But you invest the money. They will call you stingy man, neck man, greedy man. They will call you all kind of names. Don't worry. Bear it for that time. When you grow at a point where you can help them now, you help them. And the help will not kill you. Because there's a level where if you begin to help people, you yourself, you will die. When I spoke like that, I didn't know that one of the trainees was recording it. He went and sent that particular portion that I said that there are times you become stingy to people because you want to help them in the future. Black man doesn't know that one there. If they see money, let's eat it now. Let's eat it. Let's eat it. Let's just eat it. Let it finish. So by the time you say, I don't have money, though they are seeing the money, say, neck man. He said, not get money. Let me the money that have a pocket. Neck man. Like some people believe that like many of you sitting here, if you ask me for money, I say, I don't have. He will not be like, I don't have. Yes, he does not want to give. That's what will be in your mind. If I tell people that at days I don't have 100 francs, they will never believe. You understand it? They will never believe. Say, you lie. Because they just feel like it is there. It's not always like that. At times it can even be there, but I'll tell you that I don't have. I will not say I don't have. I don't have to give you. I have it, but it's not to give you. It's not for you. You get what I'm saying? And you may be angry. But I am saving that for your future too. I remember I told this story how my father refused to give us food money in the house. And then went to church. That there was no money. Went to church and gave 50,000 francs. I know in presidential they're announcing that Azibo was giving 50,000 francs. I said, Jesus. I said, so we left the house with hunger. And this man said he didn't have money. And now he has given 50,000 in the same church. I'm there. And then he came back and saw him like that. Parker came and visited. Or then he was a visitor in the quarter. He came and visited. My father said, go and buy him one Expo. I went and bought Expo. What I did, I shook it, man. I shook it. Okay. That's the Expo. There was Adamu was strong in those days. Not Adamuna. It was in me, very strong one. Shook it. Okay, mate, he didn't have shook the thing very well. As I brought up one. Look at how the demon was smiling and going. I was smiling and going. And then, Parker is very open. He said, you don't shake him. You don't shake him. He said, you don't shake him. And I shook it for him. Because the way the thing came out, no. If you ever open beer, you know what I'm talking about. More than half came out, poured and washed them very well. He said, "You don't shake him, you don't shake him." I said, "So you know." He said, "Because he was not happy that they sent him." It's not because I was not happy that they sent me. But how can they be sending me to go and buy beer when we have not eaten? Number 5, the principle of our faith. All right? Faith sees what possibility. If you want to be great, you must have the eyes of what possibility. Faith makes you see possibility in impossibility. There's no time to explain this. Number 6, the principle of doing small things better. Are you getting what I'm saying? The principle of what? Doing small things better. I used to tell people, if they tell you to sweep a street, to be cleaning the street. Are you getting what I'm saying? Do it in such a way that when anybody passes, he knows that you were there. You get what I'm saying? Small things, do them very well. You never know where it will take you to. You never know where it will take you to. The last point is the principle of learning from the great. The principle of learning from the great. People say that if you want to be great, join great people. It's not all about moving with great men. If you move with great men with a stupid mind, you will still remain a small person. The only reason why you should go beside great men is because you want to learn from them. In those our early days, we'll go and sit beside Pastor Chris down here. He'll be talking, we are listening. No contribution from our part. He's talking, we are listening. And that's how we're absorbing. When we meet people who are elderly fathers, when they're talking, we listen. But today, we have young people that when they meet you, they want to teach you. Anything you want to say, they must contribute. When you meet great people, you don't talk too much. You don't even talk, you listen. The highest thing you are talking to do is to ask questions. Are you understanding? Never you go around a great man, you are trying to prove that you are great also. The thing that he was supposed to say to help you, he will never say it. And let me tell you, the secret of tapping from great men is not even by asking questions. It's just by submitting yourself to them. When in our group, before information goes to the group, I hear it first. Until now, when people had asked, they doubt information, they start calling me because they think that I must have it. Not all I have. But how do I get what I get? How do I get my information first? Submission. You understand? Submission. I may know some things, but when I meet my superiors, what do? I sit quiet. You understand it? They never, if you see me when I'm talking with my spiritual father, you never see me that I am trying to talk the Bible. The highest thing I can do is to ask questions for him to give me answer. And I mind the questions I ask him. There are people that they meet their spiritual father, they want to teach them. They want to tell them that they know. You understand? When you meet me as a child or as a son, you want to prove to me that you know, I will confirm what you know. And you will remember what you know. But what I know, you will never know it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Some of you guys say that, learn from Pastor Donato. Ask him. If you doubt it, go and ask him. Ask this him sitting here. The very first time that I will give him puppy to minister, he will never say that because I've given puppy, giving topic, you just come and start shouting fire. On the eve of Sunday, that is Saturday, latest Saturday, if not Friday, but latest Saturday night, he will rush to my house. Even if he has prepared something, he will show me, we'll look at it together. Is it a lie? He did not do that one time, he did that for years. You know, but some of you have anointing that is, is more than that of Elijah. You get it? So you can just jump from your room now and then you just scatter places. And that's why you can look at the difference. You get what I'm saying? You can look at it. And that because not everything you will learn in school, even your teachers don't teach you everything. But there are things that you will learn not because you went to school, but because you associate yourself by submission to great people. You submitted your mind. You submitted yourself to grab from their wisdom. So you become great also by learning from the great. And there's a way you approach the great to learn from them. When you approach them and want to prove that you know, want to prove that you know, want to prove that you know, you will never learn anything. Before I ever started submitting to my father, the first time I met him, one of the worst mistakes I did is that the way I introduced myself to him, and he corrected me that day. Because I told him that Dr. Lemuel is coming. When I entered his office, he called me that. I called him, I said, I'm here. He said, okay, come. He said, I entered. He said, you say you are who? I said, I'm Dr. Lemuel. He leaned on a chair, turned like this. He laughed. So you want to tell me that you're also a doctor? So you're telling me that I'm not the only doctor. You're also a doctor. Do you know the meaning of that statement? I said, sorry, I'm Lemuel. I said, I'm Lemuel. I changed from Dr. Lemuel to Lemuel. When you meet great people, don't try to prove to them what you have achieved. Don't try to prove to them how much you know. Yes, you know some things. You have achieved some things. But when you meet them, let everything you are disappear. Because the only way you grab from them is when you yourself you disappear. And that's when they'll be telling you something. There are things that he reveals to me that he does not reveal to even some of his own pastors. He does not tell them. He does not tell them. That's why he'll be going to do ordination. He will call me to come. You understand? There's some others he will never call them. I'm not saying that I'm the best. You get what I'm saying? But there's a way that if you relate with great people, you will benefit from their wisdom. There are things that I know he has explained to that he has made, and that I know he has not explained to others. You understand what I'm saying? Until now, even some of my brothers in the Lord, when they want to get some information to him, they have to pass through me. They say, tell daddy. I said, are you not talking with daddy? They say, no, but when you talk, you go here. If I talk, you go here. But how did I get to the point where I can talk and he listens? You understand? How do I get to the point where I can talk? There's one young man that he's a man of God, and he wants to relate with me like a friend. And there are many things that I could have helped him there, but I'm not telling him why. Because he thinks that we are friends, we are colleagues. He thinks that we are colleagues. And I'm looking at him, I suffer, I'm laughing. Because, in fact, you are even too big to teach him. I didn't say you are small. Because there are other sons in this ministry that can take him and teach him what ministry is all about. But he feels that he can come and know, talk to me. So he's trying to relate like friend. There are people that are never your friends in this life. Even if no matter how you have the opportunity to be close to them, they are never your friends. If you want to be great, don't go and begin to try to make friends with great people. They say if you become a friend of the great man, you become a great man. It's a lie. Greatness is not by association. Greatness is by assimilation. Do you know what's assimilation? You swallow what they have. So you can associate with them, but yet. One of my classmates, in fact, he's a friend to every one of us. He's a friend to every one of us, but the guy is still poor today. Even me, I'm not helped out of his poverty. He associates. Association may not even change you, but assimilation will change you. So when you go to great men, don't try to associate. This man is my friend. He's my friend. Just try to go and submit yourself to get from him. You will become great. Can you stand to your feet, everybody? Sorry for taking your time much, but this is what I had to give to you in this Imac. Learn to be great. Desire to be great. And tell yourself that you'll be great, no matter what. Though the beginning was small, the latter end shall what? The latter end shall what? The latter end shall what? Should greatly increase. Very great. Are you get what I'm saying? Arrow square. Are you get what I'm saying? Your latter end should be what? Very great. I'm talking tonight to somebody. Now I'm speaking prophetically. Wherever you find yourself, whatever you are doing, if you are not contented with that level, desire the next level. What did I say? You want to open a business. What kind of business do you want? Do you want it to end in the quarter? Or do you dream to sell across the region, the town? Or you want to sell across the nation or internationally? Start by dreaming big. You understand? Don't see yourself that small. You may be looking small physically, but spiritually, don't accept that identity. Don't accept it. Lift up your hand towards him and say, Father, eradicate from my life. Eradicate from my life Anything that wants to make me small.
Anything that wants to make me small.
Anything that wants to make me feel I am small.
Anything that wants to make me
Father,
feel I am
take
small.
it away from my life.
Father, take it away from my life.
Take it away from my life.
Take it away from my
Anything that
life.
wants to make me feel
That
small.
want to take away.
Take it away, Lord.
Take it away, Lord. My Father, my God, take it away. Anything that wants to make me small,
Lord,
take it away. Take it away from my
the
life.
place
Eradicate
where
everything
you brought me from.
in my life that wants to make me small.
Lord,
take it away,
I
oh
thank
God.
you
Shabada
for where I am today. I see you doing in my life. Lord, I'm grateful for the future. I see